my hero, Detective Daryl. So big and strong. How about we go back to my place and I'll make you a big batch of cookies. Daryl? Are you listening to me? Daryl?
Daryl! Hey! Have you heard a goddamn thing I've been telling you? Son of a bitch. Alright, we'll start over. Quit daydreaming and pay attention this time, for Christ's sakes. It all started 40 years ago.
And now it is my honor to proudly introduce the valedictorian and salutatorian for the Waterfalls graduating class of 1975. Both students have demonstrated unwavering dedication to their academics while astoundingly supporting successful leadership positions in every club and sport on campus. Clubs and sports which have, under their guidance, claimed #1 spots in every club and sport championship around the world. Clubs and sports that the President of the United States of America himself awarded the prestigious Most Admirable Clubs and Sports Award last spring, the first of its kind in the country. Their service and charity to the Waterfalls community is far-reaching and has lifted our modest town out of obscurity into the ranks of the great civilizations of antiquity. From single-handedly raising money to construct the town's first and only municipal airport for homeless dogs and cats, to successfully converting the Tri-County area into the world's first peaceful, ethical, and prosperous communist local government. Surely, one can only dream of the wonders these boys have in store for the galaxy and beyond. Without further ado, I invite to the podium the valedictorian Eli Bavarius and the salutatorian Ken Hangerman to move us all once again with some words of wisdom. Please, boys, let's hear what you have to say on this joyous occasion.
Thank you, Principal Buttersworth. Gosh, it certainly has been a crazy ride. And what an honor.
But let's not fool ourselves. Kent and I couldn't have done it all without the help of our school and the wonderful community. All our hard work means nothing without you. Please give yourselves a hand.
What a wonderful way to end this chapter of our lives. Sitting here atop this hill, basking in all we've done today, and all we've yet to do tomorrow. I think we can really change the world, Eli. Think how far this momentum can take us.
It's a new chapter, Kent. Especially with every top college on Earth begging for our attendance. You know, I was serious about what I said at graduation.
Which part?
The part about not being able to do all we've done without the help of our community. If we hadn't shown our town the ways of love, tolerance, and cooperation, we'd have never cured seasonal allergies or resuscitated that frozen mammoth. I know we can reach whomever we wish to reach. I've been thinking.
Well, there's a surprise.
Well, hold on. It's crazy. See, I've been researching world peace lately, and my findings suggest that the most peaceful periods on Earth have occurred around the release of best-selling self-help books. We've already proven we can help people help themselves locally. Just imagine what we could achieve if we employed the paramount tool for reaching the masses.
Self-help, huh? What a novel idea. A book that helps people help each other through helping themselves. Our writings could usher in the next golden age. But we can't get ahead of ourselves. We have to visualize our goals as small steps. You know, like a staircase. Yeah, Our staircase to success will ensure our dreams come true.
Gosh, you know, Kent, with our heads together, I've no doubt that our climb to the top of those stairs will be as smooth as an escalator. A smooth, gliding escalator.
Pleasure to meet you, Daryl Whitelaw. My name is Mr. Roboto, and I am the vice principal here. As you know, Waterfalls High School is the finest school in the state. We pride ourselves on the beauty and safety that our campus offers. This institution boasts a vast network of friendly, helpful students for you to use at your disposal. If you ever need help, do not be afraid to reach out to any of your peers or faculty. Of course, academics are our #1 priority. There's nothing we care about more than the success of our students. To ensure your success, we have designed the perfect habitat for adolescents to learn and pupate into upstanding citizens. Just make sure you have a hall pass. Now that we're friends, here is your class schedule. What do you think of your classes? Yes, Daryl, that schedule will be your guide to success here at Waterfalls. You're going to do just fine. Classes are about to begin soon. If you would follow me, I will show you to your very own personal storage unit.
Come in.
Sir, I've come to inform you that the trial experiments have been a success. Every one of our subjects has shown overwhelmingly positive results. In fact, a small faction of the more fierce lab mice actually broke out, crossed the Gulf of Mexico, and ruthlessly conquered a few families in a small neighborhood in Trinidad. They've raised a flag bearing your likeness, sir. We only await your approval to begin human experimentation.
Have you been following our football team this season?
Why, no. I have not, sir.
It's been a tough year for our beloved salmon. In fact, their record for the past few decades has been embarrassing, to say the least. It's taken a toll on the morale among the students.
That's unfortunate, sir.
Their present record of 0 to 37 is particularly embarrassing. Our efforts to improve the standard of education in this school can only go so far if we allow the student body to be represented by spineless failures. It's time we adjusted the current in favor of our salmon, don't you think? Agreed, sir. You have my permission to commence Phase 1. In addition, I'd like to see our team victorious for a change. Is this clear?
It shall be done, sir.
Excellent. You are dismissed.
Hey you, new kid! How the hell do you expect to do gym in those goddamn antiques? This school used to be #1 for every sportsing club worldwide, you know. The president himself awarded this very gym class with the Most Admirable Gym Class Award. First of its kind. That is, of course, until little mouth-breathing, antique-wearing Neanderthals like you came around and ruined it for us with your goofy hair and civil rights. The only thing you came with was your hippie-ass sweatband! As if you ever sweat a day in your life! Got anything to say for yourself, or am I just wasting breath? Get out! Right in here, boys. Just file on in. I know we're all a little down considering our record and all. But from here on out, I want you all to just forget all that. Tonight's practice is a brand new beginning.
Yeah, I'm sure some positive thinking will change our record right around. The hell are we doing here, Coach? I'm missing a date for this? How is sitting in the dark supposed to make the rest of this worthless team play up to my level? Another one of your brilliant recipes for success, failing as usual.
You never did have any faith in anyone but yourself, Chad. You gotta take my word here. You're all about to be a whole new team. No use standing here wasting time anyway. You boys got a long night ahead of you. After tonight, though, you pack of losers won't be able to disgrace this town ever again. I guarantee it. Now let's get practicing.
There have been reports of numerous interferences within the classrooms. Interferences that are a result of the honor guard neglecting their responsibilities. I'm saddened that the distinguished title and perks that come with working beneath me does not seem to be enough to ensure quality performance among my young guardians. Most of them, anyway. I'm grateful that my science guard is as vigilant as ever. However, I can't afford any setbacks within the classrooms. I need you to pay my guards a visit and remind them of what's at stake.
You betcha!
Oh, one more thing. Among the interferences are reports of some student creating mayhem within a couple of the rooms. I'd prefer it if the honor guard attended to him, but until they begin fulfilling their duties again, I'll need you to look into the matter yourself.
Can't have troublemakers running about. Does this student have a hall pass?
No, I would imagine not.
Then I shall see to it that they are destroyed.
I need you to simply keep an eye on him. But yes, if you catch him in the act of doing something drastic, you may destroy him.
You got it, buddy. You can count on me.
Hello, Daryl. Please come on in. It's not often Waterfall sees a new student. I regret that it's taken me this long to reach out to you. Now that things aren't so new for you any longer. Better late than never, anyway. Have a seat. High school is such a strange time, isn't it? Hormones wreaking havoc on the body, while the comforts of childhood are stripped away one by one through increasingly demanding academic responsibilities. All the while, you and your childhood friends must claw and bite your way into a favorable position within the new pecking order. True friends are hard to come by, Daryl. If you're not careful, one day you might find your face beneath the shoe of some friend, using you as just another foothold on their way to the top. As a new student, you're in a unique position. You lack the kinship your peers have cultivated throughout their childhoods. Your perspective concerning waterfalls is still first impression deep at most. And evidently, you completely lack all regard for rules. Not much can fly undetected beneath my radar, Daryl. Your private visits to the vents, and to one very special lady there, are no secret to me. I want you to know that for anybody else, this delinquency would be met with severe consequences. However, I'd hate to snuff out your potential for one little breach of conduct. That would certainly be no way to welcome a new pupil. So, I shall make you a deal. I will abstain from any disciplinary measures that you would otherwise be faced with if you take on the role of tutor. Your girlfriend's grades have become unsatisfactory. Luckily, your fresh outsider perspective may be exactly what I need to bring her back before it's too late. Not to mention, you're the only student who knows where to find her. Of course, your new job must be performed with utmost secrecy. You must not tell a soul. Is this clear? Excellent. Here, I went through the trouble to make you an official tutor's badge. Be sure to keep it on your person at all times. You start immediately. Head straight to her quarters as soon as possible. You are dismissed. Oh wait, where are my manners? I nearly forgot to introduce myself. My name is Principal Hangerman. I'm counting on you, Daryl. I would strongly recommend that you don't let me down.
Alright, you got my phone. Now bring it back. Bring back my phone, Dylan.
Don't listen to this Neanderthal. This is your phone now. You can't be my tutor if I can't contact you.
Pulling out on the fire if you don't bring back my phone. Think about that, Dylan.
As if you're fit to be anyone's employee anyway. Without a phone, I can promise your life will become a living hell. Daddy will crucify you.
Okay, but really, that's my phone. Why is this even up for debate?
Hey, Daryl. If you keep the phone for me, maybe I can tutor you in some human anatomy. How does that sound?
Dylan, please.
I knew you'd come to your senses. Now, stop wasting time. Hurry back.
I found the vice principal, sir. In the history room, yes. Understood. I'll make sure he's operational as soon as possible. Yes, sir. I can assure you, this will not happen again.
Sir, I've come to report that Phase 1 was ultimately unsuccessful.
What?
The subjects reacted as expected, growing to enormous size and strength while remaining under our complete control.
Well, that's excellent! What was the problem?
Well, sir, unfortunately, all the subjects had reverted back to their normal size and strength within 24 hours. And within another 12 hours, the contents of their skulls had leaked out of their mouths. We were forced to send each of the subjects' parents letters informing them of their child's admittance to secret, faraway football camp. The mice, however, seem to have done rather well. They have established small outposts throughout Venezuela, though it remains to be seen how they will fare against the National Guard, which was recently dispatched.
I suppose making deluxe super soldiers out of spineless failures was always a lofty goal. No matter, draw the skull fluids and move on. Is Roboto back on duty?
No, sir. JP is busy patching him up as we speak. He should be back at 100% by lunch. He appreciated the flowers and balloons.
Excellent. Now, tell me about this rogue student. Who is he?
His name is Daryl Whitelaw, sir. He's a new student. Other than that, we know very little about him.
A new student to Water Falls? How unfortunate for him. I want every bit of information you can get about this Daryl. Run every test you can. Any student who can beat our vice principal is a very interesting subject indeed. How did he get into the classrooms? What has he discovered? Where did he learn martial arts?
We aren't sure, sir.
Well, find out, and tell my guardians to start doing their jobs, or they will most surely regret it.
It shall be done, sir.
Excellent. You are dismissed. And send JP in when he's finished with Roboto. We have phase 2 to discuss.
Started with these two dumbass genius boys at the top of their class. Of course, that don't mean much now, but 40 years ago, Waterfalls High was a good school in a good town. There weren't no losers standing around the halls, and nothing was broken, and there weren't no goddamn dimensional portals anyway. And these boys, let me tell you, these boys were super geniuses or something. I don't think the world's ever seen anything like them. Not only were they smart, they had character. Gave back to their town and then some. In fact, Waterfalls basically became utopia thanks to Kent Hangerman and Eli Bavarius. They were gonna do great things out in the real world. So naturally, they got successful real quick. Won every award and honor known to man, graduated from like a dozen top colleges at once or something crazy. Not that I ever had any use for college. Dad always told me real men don't make a living by hitting the books. So I made a real good, honest living by hitting other men in the head. But that's a whole nother story. Anyhow, somewhere along the way, this idea pops into one of their brilliant little bastard minds. What better way to help the world than by teaching people to help themselves? And that's what they did. They wrote a self-help book that changed the world. I'm telling you, this book was at the top of every bestsellers list on day one. And in no time, war and hunger dissipated. Religion started getting along, prison shut down, which coincidentally is how my brother got his new lease on life after landing himself in a clink by accidentally killing our dad during a family fistfight. Anyways, the point is, this book brought us a true blue golden age. Of course, shit hit the fan. The boys were set to begin this world tour. It was gonna be this huge event, like a visit from the Pope times a million. Tragically, on the first day of the tour, Eli suffered a terrible escalator accident. First of its kind. The poor son of a bitch was stuck in an airport falling down an up escalator for 3 days. Apparently other folks were too caught up reading his very own book to even bother noticing a guy ragdolling down an escalator. Now, I don't know what happened next exactly, but I do know that about a year later he came back good as new. And he and Kent began their next book as if nothing had happened. This book was something else, Daryl, let me tell you. What we thought was world peace was nothing.
compared to the utopia that had blossomed at the release of interacting with others. The thing is, everyone was all weird. My friends, strangers on the street, even my brother. It was like everybody was turned into brainless ants and began building this whole new tall blue creepy world that I wasn't invited to. Then one day the world woke up and it all just stopped. Society crumbled, stock markets crashed, war broke out internationally, the whole 9 yards. It didn't take long for the world to realize that it was all Kent and Eli's fault. The goddamn book had brainwashed everyone that read it, which was everyone. I think the only reason it didn't affect me was on account of all the concussions from my boxing career. But by the time the riots had ended and the world learned the truth, Eli and Kent were gone. The books were destroyed and... Hey, Daryl! Daryl! Hey! Have you heard a goddamn thing I've been telling you? Son of a bitch. Alright, we'll start over. Quit daydreaming and pay attention this time, for Christ's sakes. It all started 40 years ago.
Where is Monica?
Monica let some asshole wander into the Axis where he wreaked all sorts of havoc. So I made her into an example of what happens to people when they don't do their job. She's dead, Don.
Time Knight does not feel comfortable in this work environment.
Well, if you do your job, you don't have to worry about it. Maybe you'd be less distracted if you played less dress-up.
Well, actually, Time Knight does not play
Shut the fuck up, Don. What is wrong with you assholes? Holding composers hostage in a theater? Starting petty wars with dead dictators? And why the hell was Monica dressed like Gene Wilder? Where the fuck did you even get goblins done? Let Monica's demise be a lesson to you three. I will not hesitate to remove any of you should I catch you doing anything other than what you're assigned to do. You think you're fucking safe just because I'm not there? I've got eyes all over this school. As soon as any of you slip up, I'll be right behind you and I will eliminate you. Did you assholes forget who you're dealing with? I'm the goddamn valedictorian. You don't fuck with the valedictorian. You let anyone near those machines and your life is over.
That's it! Keep going, Daryl! It's almost destroyed! I can't believe no one's gone in this!
I destroyed Johnny. He let an entire machine get destroyed, so I destroyed him, just like I said I would.
That was not Time Knight's question. Time Knight wanted to know, if he could seize the Guardian of the Creativity Realm's domain.
Oh. Just take whatever you want.
Time Knight is pleased.
Super?
Yes, sir. He's gone super. The evidence is overwhelming.
How astounding! I had no idea that the boy could be such a genius. Surely we had better tread lightly now that there's such an enlightened and powerful individual in our midst. Yes, perhaps he has gone super. Or perhaps more likely, all of my tasks are being performed by incompetent fools!
The mice, however, have completely overwhelmed the Venezuelan National Guard and have moved on to begin overthrowing the Colombian government.
Why, if it isn't our valedictorian! Certainly you've come to tell me some good news. I, for one, would not dare tell me anything other than good news at this particular point in time.
Sir, it's my responsibility to inform you of all the things going on around the, you know what they say about silver linings, and sometimes, well, the axis of science has been compromised. Very compromised. Along with Karen Reblab.
That has to be, indeed, the best news I've heard all day! Oh, yes! Nothing could possibly make me happier than having my suspicions confirmed concerning the utter uselessness of my subordinates! Nothing could make me happier! Laugh with me, everyone!
I've increased security tenfold since this last incident, sir. There's been setbacks, but from here on out, it's gonna be good. A smooth, gliding escalator.
JP, my star pupil! How disappointed I am in you! You've proven yourself quite useless in managing the honor guard, useless in maintaining the structural integrity of the Axis, and pray tell, where is the vice principal? Is he around? Or will I need to take time out of my busy schedule to deliver the daily announcements again?
He's back in my custody, sir. He'll be back on duty as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm sure, JP. I am very familiar with your knack of sweeping wreckage under the rug following each catastrophe and carrying on as before. I'm sure everything will be right as rain as soon as possible. We'll even have a party to celebrate. Yes, JP, we'll have a big bash to thank you for personally getting things back under my control.
The History Guardian let himself and the Axis get destroyed by acting fucking stupid, sir. But I need you to believe me that there's no way anyone can find the remaining machine.
See to it that he doesn't.
I've hidden it where nobody can find it. And even if someone does, I promise it's completely untouchable. If you'd like, I can even destroy a certain somebody if they happen to stumble onto it.
I admire your resolution to continue pretending you have everything under control despite evidence suggesting the contrary. You're lucky when approaching the final phase, however. You'll be unable to cause me any more setbacks beyond that point.
Sir?
I'm sure you'll fulfill your role just swimmingly. Also, I think I would like to meet this gifted boy that seems to best you at every turn. Nevertheless, he should by no means touch the remaining Axis. The machines miraculously managed to stay online long enough to create a bubble of self-sustention. And as long as one remains operable, things should be able to conclude just as nicely as before. Should anything unfortunate befall the literature Axis, however, should all my hard work and sacrifices needlessly die in vain as a result of you very stupid people, I only pray I will have mercy on all those who have stood in my way. 2 weeks later. Oh, how time flies when you're having fun. JP, what is the status of the literature axis?
Not a single living soul has touched it, sir. In fact, Daryl hasn't been seen inside the classrooms in almost a week. It seems he's given up.
How very lucky for you. And our special little subject?
Primed for ascension to honor status. Every symptom of the brainwashing process has been observed taking its course. We can proceed as soon as you give the order. But sir, if I may, what do we do about Daryl? What if he suddenly tries to get in our way again?
He won't. I will personally see to it that Daryl is indisposed. All you need to worry about is collecting the subject and beginning the final phase. Now go! I've grown tired of this loathsome world.
Listen to me, Daryl. I don't have much time. Eli is up ahead. If you can get past the valedictorian, you can stop him and save her. You are all that stands in the way of world domination.
Whoa there! How do you expect for Daryl and me to start trusting the guy who tried to take over the world?
I never wanted the world. Never any of this.
Says the guy who turned everyone into zombies.
Eli turned you all into zombies. I tried to fix it. We had come so far. We brought humanity to the light. But something awful happened to him on that escalator. Once he returned, I couldn't see how twisted he had become. When he suggested writing the next book, I was just so happy to have my Eli back again. But the effect this new book had, as if billions of people were suddenly working with one mind. I was baffled. It felt wrong. I thought we had done something terrible. That I had lost my grip. I confronted Eli about it, so he showed me the truth. He led me down into a lab in the basement of our office. A lab I didn't even know existed, full of people I had never met. He told me about his plans to recreate the world using some awful machine he had built. A machine that could alter reality around itself. But it needed power. And by brainwashing the entire world using our latest book, we could use their minds as batteries to reconstruct reality. It was all so insane. But, well, you've seen the classrooms. Eli asked me to join him. I didn't, of course. I couldn't. He didn't take that very well. We fought. It ended when I pushed Eli towards the machine and into the portal that was open next to it. And just like that, he was gone. Oh. Knowing that I had contributed to the enslavement of the entire human race, it broke my heart. I destroyed the lab and released the world from its trance. I didn't anticipate it would have such awful consequences. There was nothing I could do. I went into hiding. Oh. I was a fool to think it was over. Eli came back somehow. About a year ago, I woke up to a bunch of goons in lab coats dragging me out of my bed. They drilled my skull open and put a chip inside. It controlled me, Daryl. I still had free will, but it wouldn't let me act against Eli. Next thing I knew, I was principal of Waterfalls High. It was his sick joke to make me watch helplessly as he finished his plans from 20 years ago. I had one secret weapon, though. A single copy of interacting with others. As far as I know, the only copy left in existence. I kept it safe all these years, until the day it disappeared from my office. Once that was gone, there was nothing I could do. Not with that vice principal walking around. That ridiculous machine built to control that chip in my brain. But then you came along, and I noticed that you had my book somehow. I tried to help you, Daryl. As long as I was chipped, I couldn't help outright. The tutor's badge, the detention. I fought for as long as I can, but there's nothing more I can do. Daryl, it's all up to you now.
Hey, wait! You have a chip! What about the chip in my brain? Am I gonna explode?
No one chipped your brain, Mr. Janitor. We were all very confused as to why you stayed. We thought you liked your job. Daryl, I know you can do it. Save her. Save us. Ah!
You failed, Princess.
Daryl. Thank God you're all right. I was afraid of what I might have done to you. Don't be upset about what you did to me. Whatever I was, I had to be stopped. You had no choice, Daryl, but you did it. Whatever it was that was controlling me is gone now. For the first time in my life, everything is so clear. I'm sorry I ever treated you so poorly. You were always there for me, even if I didn't want you there. That's what a friend does, I guess. They stick around. God, I didn't deserve it, but thank you, Daryl. Thank you for being my friend. Now, get out of here. Before my daddy murders you.
Murder you? Before I've even had a chance to meet you? With silly ideas like that, it's no wonder Princess was a failed experiment. Alas, such is life when one tries to create a human superweapon. I suppose I'll simply have to find my police for the New World Order elsewhere. I am delighted that she was not a complete waste of resources, however. She did lead you to me. Daryl Whitelaw, you have made quite the splash here at Waterfalls. A true man about town, if I've ever seen one. I am so very ecstatic that I get to meet you in the flesh at last. I am Eli Bavarius. If I may be so bold, would you mind answering me where you learned such a refined social etiquette? A self-help book, perhaps? You know, Daryl, I've always been something of a cheerleader for self-help. There's nothing more honorable than a human taking responsibility for their flaws in their pursuit of perfection. And from what I've heard, your skill of interacting with others is second to none. My subordinates have been raving to me of your accomplishments for weeks now. You meddled quite admirably in my classrooms, I must admit. Besting my honor guard is no small feat, even going so far as to destroy my dear princess. Even I could not have predicted such an outcome. Of course, it was you who corrupted her so effortlessly with your outside influences. Had you not interfered with her incubation process, her ascension would have been flawless. Tell me, Daryl, I have lived thousands of years. I have experienced nearly all that a man might experience. However, there is one thing that even I could not bring myself to do. Not personally, at least. What is it like to kill your best friend? Yes! Yes! I knew you were what I said you were! Oh, I am so pleased! I knew that you had it in you! Daryl, you have accomplished what no other has been capable of! You've achieved Super Deluxe! Princess may have been a failure, but you are what I need! You are the perfect honor student, Daryl. So brilliant, so powerful! Join me, Daryl! Together we will rewrite this pathetic world. I shall be the battery, and you my guardian! What, Daryl? No response? Do you mean to defy me? You think that because you've mastered my book and achieved Super Deluxe form, that you can stop me? You're forgetting, Daryl. I wrote that book. I've been Super Deluxe for 1,000 years! By an old man before? Ooh. I aim to smash you out of existence! I'm going to... I'll kick your ass like a smooth gliding... Ooh! Wait, put me down! Kick your ass into your... I wrote the book on ass kicking too! barrier! I hate! I'll kick you! I'm gonna... I wrote the book on ass kicking too! I'm going to... Wait, put me down! Join me! What's that you? I'm gonna punch you! Wait, put me down! I hate to smash you out of existence! I'll kick your ass! You can't win, Daryl. We are too evenly matched. All the blows we've exchanged, yet between the two of us, there's not a scratch or bruise to spare. You've properly destroyed my Axis, destroyed my honor guard, murdered my daughter. But face it, there is nothing you can do to stop me. Your only option is to join me, Daryl. There's no end to this battle.
Daryl! Use the cleaner!
The cleaner?